everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be reviewing something that I haven't reviewed in a while, that being a 5-pack. Not just any 5-pack, a Rusteze Racing Center 5-pack. Now, I might be the first person to be reviewing this 5-pack, and this was revealed like way back in like somewhere between late 2024, and when it was, I was really excited to see it. Not only because I was missing two of the cars included, these two trainees right here. It's also the first time a regular version of Cruz Ramirez was released in Thailand. A regular version of Cruz was only ever released in 2017 and 2018. And which is what I find really surprising, because this is a Cruz you would see in a lot of promotional material for Cars 3. And now, for this year, we finally get to see her in Thailand. Well, in this 5-pack, of course. And also, it's also going to be pretty fun to compare this Thailand counterpart with the original China counterpart, alongside that for Sterling and Cars 3 McQueen, since I had all three of them from China. And also, I only had like a few trainees. By that I mean only had 3. And I also have Kurt with bug tees. By the way, there's the bug course included, and I actually forgot to mention about the new packaging. So of course you still got McQueen right there, and something brand new is this part added and how the cars are placed. And of course there's 5X in case you, I mean, it's already obvious. And also the names are right there: Sterling, Cruz Ramirez, McQueen, Aiden, and Tom W. Then there's also the back. Rusteze Racing Center, Centro de Carreras Rusteze, Centro de Course Rusteze, Centro de Corrida Rusteze. Also Tom W, Aiden, Lady McQueen, Cruz Ramirez, and Sterling. The background on the back looks really, really good. Let's open it, shall we? I think we should. Alrighty guys, today we're going to be opening up this 5-pack now. I know I'm literally using like kids' scissors right now, but that's all the scissors that are canonically in my room. Here we go. They're all held in this plastic tray now. Now, well, just because they switched to plastic trays doesn't mean that tape is an issue. Alright, now that I got out the tape, just because they're all in this plastic tray doesn't mean there's not going to be any tape. It should be more easier to get them out now. And then Sterling, here's Cruz, and there's Queen, Aiden, and also Tom W. This out, and here's the tray itself that carries the cars. And yeah, you can fit a car there. I mean, it's not really gonna fit any random cars. And oh wait, can fit there. You could fill this up with something. I'm pretty sure Ty did that. Now, so there's the background. It looks really, really nice, like I said. I think I might keep it. I mean, I kept the background for that Circus 4-pack for Cars on the Road. I actually still have it to this day. By the way, let's move on to the cars themselves. First off, what we have is Cars 3 Lightning McQueen. And to compare, there's the original China version, and you can see a bit of differences to it. The face is the same, and there's the Rusteze logo, which is a bit more different to the one in his Course 1 livery, since it's more red-orange color and also yellow. So there's the side with his 16 responsors and the 95 with the lightning bolt shooting out with the flames. And a bit more lighter on my older one, because that was the one I had originally. There's also the rims. It says Lightyear right there. Also the roof, which has the 95. So spoilers, there's Rusteze. There's the back with the tail lights and the Rusteze and the medicated bumper ornament at 95. The other side with that lightning bolt with flames and the 95. The secondary sponsors, that Rusteze logo with, yeah, there's also the Rusteze logo there, and also the gas cap. By the way, there's also the base, and he does have the punch holes from mirror to tow him. Look at that. Alright, here's... Yep. You can tell McQueen was made her since he has the punch holes for that. Now, I might probably either repaint him or keep him. Then, moving on to the next car. Second diecast we'll be reviewing is Sterling. And here's the original one to compare. And there really isn't that much difference. That's the only one I'm seeing is that it's a little bit brighter. I mean, a bit more shinier. I mean, it might be because for how long I had this Sterling for. I mean, and also his eyelids are a bit of a flat gray color, just kind of off, but it kind of blends with the silver. Also the side with nothing much going on. Also has these rims. Also the back with his tail lights, and of course his license plate reading Sterling. Okay then. Also the other side. Then there's the base. Yeah, I might for sure repaint this Sterling into something. I don't really know what I'm going to repaint it to though. By the way, moving on to the next diecast. Third diecast we'll be going over is Cruz Ramirez. For first time being made in Thailand. You heard it right. This is the original one for comparison, and you can see the face is basically the same. Of course, there's her headlights. Also her rearview mirror, since she had rearview mirrors back when she was a trainer. And now that she is a racer, she no longer has them. Also the side with nothing much going on, aside from that small Rusteze Racing Center 95 logo right there. And also this part, when the half of her rims is not present on this one. I think they did this change from around 2018. Also, there's the back with her taillights, and there's also her license plate, which reads CO106A. It looks more bold on the design lane release. There's also the other side with that same exact logo right there. Yeah, to get it up close. There's also the base. Might be a bit of a great upgrade. I mean, if you're someone who's collecting Xylane variants, and maybe you should try checking out this Cruz in this 5-pack. I'll say something about it later. Fourth diecast we'll be going over is Aiden, and feels pretty cool and bizarre to be holding him right now, since I never really had him before. To compare, here's another trainee. This one is Ronald, which has some green parts in it, and also his face is somewhat interesting. Also, here's some orange decals throughout the bottom, for example on this front bumper, and also right there to the sides. Of we've got Rusteze Racing Center, and he has number 003. There's also the back with nothing much going on other than the headlights, and of course the 003. Also the other side with, again, that Rusteze Racing Center 003 right there. There's the base. And now, moving on to the final car in this 5-pack is Tom W. Of course, unlike Aiden or Ronald, Tom W has some light blue decals instead, and also has a different spoiler. Forgot to mention that for Aiden. Wait, there's the side. No, wait. First, there's the headlights, and of course, his grille. It's the same as Aiden, but okay. And also, there's the side with Rusteze Racing Center, and his number 061. There's also the back with the taillights and the 061. The other side with, again, that same exact logo right there with this number. There's the base. So yeah, pretty much this might be one of my favorite 3-packs of 2025. Not only because we see the return of a regular Cruz Ramirez for a long time, but also because it just feels really nice, and honestly, I'd recommend you get it. I mean, if you don't have some of these cars in this 5-pack, yeah, I'd say you go for it. Or if you're just trying to get the Xylem release of Cruz, well, maybe get it or wait until it gets a single release. So yeah, that's it for today, and let me know what your thoughts on this 5-pack is. And I'll see you next time. Bye.